What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Offroad Outlaws Rate My Ride. And, yeah, it's been a little bit, not too crazy long, but a little bit since we've done one of these. And we're starting it off with Four Wheels and Gaming's little Chevy pickup here. Looks like he kind of went to go for, like, a, almost stock kind of look to it, you know? Just some wide boy, fucking bruh status tires with a little bit of a paint job on it. It's pretty nice, starting off strong today. Let's just give that a 7. You guys know how I am. I usually don't vote anything less than like a 5 unless it's just really shitty, but I also usually don't rate it super high unless it's like really fucking amazing. And in here we have, yeah, a little basic truck, but you know, it's not no paint, you know. He actually did put some time into pinstriping it all the way around. I don't know why everything wants to be slow these days today on loading images. It's really annoying. Give me a second. I don't know why shit wants to be weird today. Hopefully it works out and stops being stupid, because I had to actually update my AMD drivers to like the most recent ones because it was acting up and not letting me even open my freaking AMD software, which I think was contributing to last night me having like some crashing issues with OBS, and I don't know. So, you know, hopefully everything runs smooth today, because after I did that I just kind of got off and I was just like, whatever, I'm done for the night. But you guys don't need to be hearing about that. Y'all don't care. You're only here to hear the ratings for the ride. And for this little build, yes, it is basic, but you know, I mean, even Four Wheels and Gaming's pretty basic. But you know, you actually put the work in to get that nice little pinstripe on there. You got a nice little tune on here, nice little like just overall build style. So I'm gonna give you a 7 as well, because I like it. And, you know, creativity, when you actually put some work into your builds, I always give you a good rating. Coming at ya. Okay, that is a shit box, tiny wheeled vehicle trying to pull a Monster Max replica. 3. I agree with whoever put the 3 there, because that's kind of a shitty build. I'm sorry, you put no real time into it, obviously, because you only show it from the front. Meaning you only put that little bit of riding there. You have super tiny tires, but it's supposed to be a tow rig, and I just kind of hit my mic. No, we're not going for that, my guy. Nah. The only creative thing is you have the tiny flag, but even then, not enough. Here we have a Dodge Power Ram 3500 or Ram 350, yeah, Cummins, yeah. And a nice little attempt at recreating a stock paint job, albeit those are way too big. You know, because like he was having conversation with somebody in here that was asking about what it said above Ram 350. It says power, obviously, because he even showed pictures or whatever. But I clear up the chat before I do these videos. So if anybody had conversations in here with somebody about their build, I'll remove it so that you guys don't have to see all that extra. But it's a nice little attempt. Yeah, it's a nice little attempt. It's not 100% perfect, but it is a nice attempt. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well. And then here, I'm destroying the truck for YouTube series. That's cool if you're gonna destroy it, but you can't really destroy it in Offroad Outlaws, so whatever. And that is a super basic bitch. So I'm gonna give you a 5. 'Cause that's super basic. And your other truck was a shitbox. A Brabus G series or a G class 6x6. It's not bad. I like it. I like the replica-ness of it. You know, you got Brabus on the side. Brabus Super. I don't know if that's an actual paint job from Brabus. Probably is. But I never really pay that much attention because it's a Mercedes. They're okay, but I don't know. They're just not my favorite vehicle. But it is a pretty cool little rig. If it's a replica, fuck yes. Otherwise, this is pretty nice. I like the small attention to detail that you put into this as well, you know, because you got it saying Brabus Super 6 or Super G. It's supposed to be a 6 or a G, Brabus Super G. You know, because it's a G class, Team Masters of Speed. You got like small little, like, I don't know, I guess, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be part of the paint job or supposed to look like there was some damage there. You got something built up here on the top of it. Not 100% sure what that's supposed to be, but I could tell you tried to, you know, you were trying to paint some cool stuff on there. You know, got the whole little carbon fiber bit on the hood. It's not bad. It's very nice. What do we have here? We just have a Jeep. Albeit pretty basic, it does have those small, tiny details. He's got some stickers and stuff back here. All types of them, you know, like little bumper stickers on the side. He's got the flags. I think he mirrored the flags, so one side's backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna deduct a point for that being backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna deduct a point for that. So I was gonna give it like an 8, but now I was gonna get a 7. Because creativity gives you a point on top of the, you know, kind of normal-ish, basic kind of build you got going on. The paint job gives you an extra point, and then that backwards flag drops a point. Because honestly, that's such a small thing you could have fixed. You could have not mirrored that flag and then just manually placed it over there. Easy enough and been perfectly fine. You know, so I am going to deduct a little point for that because that was a little bit of laziness when it comes to this build. But I do like it because you went through the trouble of putting, like, painting on the body armor piece into the back. Like, you did some pretty good little work there. You painted up the hood to be black rather than same color as the rest of the body. It's got some nice little details. And here we have a basic dually SEMA rig, two-toned. It's not too bad. Not too bad. You got it on leaf springs, although I would have spring over-axled these leaf springs because it is lifted. Would have been the easiest way to go, but yeah, I'll give you a 7. Would be an 8, but, you know, two-tone paint job isn't like something insane. Here we have a Jeep Willys, pretty basic. Looks like it might have some teeth there. Yeah, we'll give him a 7 for it. The Bowler. Now, it's a pretty basic Bowler, but you went through the trouble of putting a nice actual, like, rally race paint job on here. You got the little square with the numbers in it, and then you got, you know, just a little bit of vinyl work in the background. You got no rear bumper. Excuse me. Got no rear bumper on there. You got the proper trophy type suspension on here, so you know it's really gonna rally down hard. I'm gonna give it an 8 because it's creative, it's proper. Oops, it's creative, it's proper for what it is. It works. The farm truck on steroids. That's the mud farm truck. Yeah, Ford SVT Raptor mud truck. So I like it. I like it because the farm truck's a replica, but you know, on a mud suspension. You got an actual like SVT Raptor paint job here, at least as close as you possibly could get to a Raptor paint job in 00. your wheels are like mud race sized, and you know your axles are mud race widthed to like really look like it's a mud racer and not just, you know, a jump in the mud truck. You know, like it actually looks like a mud racer, both of these. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna give it a 9 altogether, because I think the farm truck, you know, I think it would have looked better with a hood as far as the mud truck goes, because you're gonna be flinging a lot of mud into your hood. So I'd have put a hood on it. You know, maybe a cutout or something for a blower, but I'd have put a hood on it. So yeah, you get a 9 rather than a 10. But it's a nice build. Nice builds. I like them. All right, and then here we've got your basic two-tone Ford with a toolbox. You got the couple little flags here. You got the light bar on there. Big ass rims. Ooh. You went with being fully coilovered, but you squatted it slightly. That looks a little squatted. Could just be the picture. It looks a little squatted. Freaking, I don't know. I think that build would have been better on Leafs, at least. Got the little mini light bar up top. It's basic, but it's not like horrible basic. It's like a build you'd actually see rolling down the road. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Which apparently somebody else voted it an 8 as well. But I'll give it an 8 because this seems fitting, because it's like a daily driver, something you'd actually see driving down the road every day. Makes sense. Among Us Racing, Target sponsored. Oh god. What the Not bad though. Like, it's a Hemi Cuda. You gave it an actual like Cuda paint job, like a Cuda race style paint job. It's got the fucking black hood, the black stripe on the back. Doesn't say Hemi down the side of it, but when it comes to race paint jobs, most of them don't anyways. This side's just mirrored, so you kind of lose your creativity point with that. Same as the other guy. And purely because, like, if you fully mirror this and just literally mirror it, everything's backwards. It doesn't fit a build for an American car. Your exhaust is also way too high up. Way too high up. I mean, I kind of understand why, because you wanted to like make it look like I was shooting flames out, but you could have just put the pipe right down at the bottom, put that tiny bit of fire shooting out of it, and called it a day. It would have looked a million times better if that had sat right. And like, you couldn't even, you mirrored all these, right? Like, you mirrored each one of these, but you fucked it up to where it's not even sitting in the right positions. I don't know. There's a lot wrong with this car. I can, like you did, you know, you put the effort in to try to make something that's really nice, but there's a lot of flaws with it. So I'm not going to just give you some horrible rating. I'm going to rate you a 7. It would have been an 8 for your creativity, but the mirroredness makes you lose your little creativity points. So, especially when it comes to things that are written, like anything that has writing on it, you can't mirror it because it's just not going to look right unless it's an import vehicle. Okay, if it's a drift car, fine, because they do that all the time. Like Japanese drift cars, like official Japanese drift cars, usually are mirrored paint jobs, and it's part of their style. Does not fit on a Hemi Cuda. Here we got a Rust Bucket C10. Pretty basic. It just kind of threw a couple lines on there. You know, it's got the fucking twin turb skis. And it's, you know, diesel swamp, so it's rolling coal like crazy. But it's not. It's pretty basic. You got like 2 vinyls on there, one for like the roof that's white, and then you just kind of threw the rust on there. It's not the greatest, but it's not like it's the worst thing ever. So I'm gonna give you a 7. I don't really give you a creativity point. I give you a 7 for trying. When you at least took a good picture of it, like actually out driving to show how it's, diesel swapped and everything. Like it's a nice little picture, and you're running in rear wheel drive. You got the burnout mark. Like it's a nice picture, but the build could be better. Here you have a basic farm truck, and that is a pretty basic farm truck. Got the nice little 2-tone paint job that actually looks pretty proper on there as well. Even got it up on the roof. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's, fully coil-overed. I don't think it should be coil-overed at that low of a lift. I think you should have just went with the leaf springs with, spring over. But that's personal preference when it comes to rigs that aren't super tall, when it comes to like these old school kind of builds, because it's not really a basic farm truck. A basic farm truck would be on leaf springs, because they're not going to go put a whole ass lift on a freaking farm truck, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not 100% a farm truck, but it's not too bad. I do like the stripe on it. I'll agree with whoever wrote an 8. I'll agree with it, my guy. Here's more pics for you, Frog. You don't have to rate it. Didn't want to ping you, but at the same time wanted you to see it. Oh yeah, and more pics of the badass little bug, dude. Hell yeah. If you guys watched, was it the last video or the video before last? We saw this kind of like I think it was like 1 or 2 pics of it, and there wasn't a lot, and it's just a beautiful little rig. I mean, there's so much tiny detail in this thing. Like, it's amazing. Honestly, it is amazing. And whoever rated it an 8 is an idiot, because that is a 10 out of 10 build. All the way. 10 out of 10. It's just amazing. The Gambler Drift Mustang. Dude, that's sick, bro. It's not wanting to load, but that's sick. That's fucking sick. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He's got a little replica build, and nothing wants to load. Well, we're at 18 minutes anyways, guys, I just realized. So we're going to go ahead and end the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys all in the next one, where I'll pick up right here on this Dodge Power Wagon. Really? I'm doing nothing. I'm so... it's going to be fun. So fun, yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all later.